Here we go. 2016, New Year's Eve, projects around the house. This is so you can see this is cardboard and manure. Put it down for a garden bed. Let me just show you what the natural landscape is. Lots of dead wood, lots of brown. Doesn't look like there's anything out there. But for some reason, the bees think different. So, let's see what they're looking at. Okay, papaya plants. Tomatoes. There's a bleeding heart that's just flourishing on New Year's Eve. Looks great, doesn't it? These are all this year's projects. There's a little project there. Just a cooler I put in the ground. And it's done great with tons of little plants. It's got 3 goldfish in it. They do well. This is 1 box of bees. Let's take a close look. Look at the pollen going in on those. Now, there are those of you that are going to say there's no landing ramp there. You're absolutely right, there's not. And there's a reducer on the door that I can close. And the reason I like these reducers is I can come out here in the morning for an hour or so and get a project done. And I don't have to worry about aggravating the bees if I'm running power tools and stuff. So if you just want to get some projects done around the house during, the morning or the afternoon, it's nice to be able to come out and close it up just a little bit, or at least restrict them. And I don't mind restricting them here in the winter, because the more they fly, the more they're going to burn up at their stores. Right now I do have sugar on them, so they all get fed like this. And that's a heavy mix. Let's see, give me a sec. These are all first year hives. Like I said, they're really pounding the pollen. I love the small entrances. I haven't had any robbing issues since I reduced all my entrances down to very small. Now, yeah, they have to work a little harder to get in and out, but I haven't had any fighting amongst the hives, and here it is, in December, so that looks like a pile-up. It definitely is. But they're working just fine. Any battles between the bees are started and finished right there at the entrance. It doesn't go any farther. Look at all the pollen going in. Same thing. They all have sugar water on top. And then first year bougainvillea. It looks good. Let me pan out. I got a new project going on here. I just put this in yesterday. And put some fish in it, and then run the plants up on the fence. We still have peppers throughout the garden. Pepper plants are doing just great. This was all done the same way. Eden gardening. I just put manure and cardboard, cardboard and then manure down, and I let the grass grow, and I just weed eat in between. These plants have thrived all year. I've gotten peppers off these all year long, and they're good. In fact, I'm going to have that one. Those are awesome. Let me see here. We got I put a screen over it to keep bugs off, but these are papaya. And you can see just a little paint strainer over them, but they're huge. This tree is doing awesome. It's still got tons of blossoms on it. Bees seem to like it. These are my two newest hives that I haven't condensed down to anything. Most of my hives I combine. Pinch the queens and combine. Just because it's first year stuff, I believe that it helps the stronger hive get through. Most of these hives were very, very small and wouldn't have made it themselves as removals. Not if they would have, it would have been struggling. A whole lot of teeny tiny hives that were just, fighting each other and killing each other. I didn't want that. So this was a swarm a week ago in my yard. Caught the queen, stuck her in there for 5 days, and then with the excluder on it, that opening right there, and then I just rolled it open. They seem to be doing fine right now. These are my waterers. You can see the bees and everything else does just fine. I got the idea of the fiber off of Dirt Rooster. He puts these in his feeders, and it seems to do well with the bees. Now there's a dead bee, but it didn't drown. It just got cold and died probably. But they do well. I don't have any problem with any drowning off of these. These are doing just fine. This is a golden coral. I'm just going to step back and give you an idea of how big it is. There's our dog. This is a golden coral, and here it is. You can see the bees absolutely love it. They're flying around hitting it. So I'll probably put a few more of these in my yard. I already took some starts, and I'm starting them in the window inside. Let's see. Manuka plant. This is an awesome little plant. It's an evergreen, New Zealand. You can see all the little... Now, I've seen the native bees on it. I have not seen any of the honeybees on it. But typically what I find out is honeybees don't hit anything until there's a certain amount of blossoms for them to hit. Once there's a large group, a crop if you will, then they'll go after something. So we'll keep that going. Banana trees. Those three are dwarfs. I put them in this year. They were about, I don't know, I want to say half that size if you count the size of their leaves and how many they had. I just about stripped all the leaves off. That's a little larger, gigantus. It's already leaning toward the sun. That's going to be fun to watch grow up over the season, if it makes it. We'll see how they winter here on a hilltop. Turk's cat. This is part of the mint family, and I got to tell you, the bees, every bee, absolutely loves this. There's not a bee that doesn't. I mean, carpenter bees, bumblebees, honeybees, they all just tear this thing up. Let's see if I can find a honeybee on here. It's usually loaded with them. But they absolutely love this. There we go. You can see it. Smells wonderful. This is another plant that they absolutely love. It's a sweet almond. And it smells beautiful. You can smell this just walking around the house. When you reach the backyard, 30 feet away from it, you can smell this. And it smells sweet as can be. We've got some porterweed. The bees do hit it. Those are nice nectar plants. Honest to God's truth, that's a Mexican, I can't think of it. It's Mexican something. But bees do like it. They just don't seem to touch it. They spend all their time over there on that mint. They don't really come around this. As you can see, I don't see any bees on it. And there you go. That's pretty much what I have out in the yard. I do have some other plants that I'm testing out and starts, but we don't know what's going to happen with them. So the big draw this spring will probably be that tree right there. That's the red bud. So that'll probably be what happens. But here we go. A phone call, so I'm going to go let it go. Happy New Year, y'all.